and so kinetic. A lot of injuries. We lost Steve Bolger on the third day, and then we lost 3 guys who, one, Kev Mulligan was one of my best mates. That was a really hard one. We went to the repatriation in Bastion, and they were put on the back of the aircraft, and everyone was crying and like just, you know, cuddling in a big huddle. I probably should have grieved myself. I didn't. I felt I had to be strong for the guys, so I had to switch off, but one of my best mates had been killed. That was a hard thing to process when I got home. There's a lot for a 23-year-old, put it that way.
I've heard a number of stories from that tour, Dave. One was about you were awarded and mentioned dispatches for gallantry, weren't you? So
yeah.
Tell me about that.
Shortly after the repatriation for the 3 guys, we went back to the patrol base I was at, and then they come with the radio saying a guy's lost his left leg. There had been an ID strike before I got back in the PB. So I said, right, I'll take my team of Afghans. Helicopters need to come in, you know, to pick this guy up. So if he doesn't get back to a Roll 1 hospital within an hour, chances of survival are very slim. So I said, right, I'll put my Afghans out in between. So I deal with the firefight basically, and these guys can deal with the casualty. As I broke a cornfield, I could see the Taliban in a tree line. Didn't know how many there was, just see these guys just run into a compound door. And I said I was going to assault the compound. I know I was the only guy in a team of Afghans, but I was confident in my ability to do this. Got to the door, breached the door. There's a guy there with an AK-47 slung down the side of him. So took him out. There was like a load of rooms to the left, and it was like a farmyard kind of style rooms to the right. So I assaulted the right side of my own. My Afghans. They assaulted the left side. Loads of gunfire, grenades going off over there. Just left them to it. I needed to do this side. Yeah, we killed all 7 Taliban in that compound, and the helicopter came in, picked the guy up, and he survived.
And that was recognised?
Yeah. I just got called into see the CO one day and said you said you were being awarded a MID. I was like, oh, cool.
Proud moment.
Didn't really do it for medals, I did it because somebody needed me.
It was also during that 2009.
Animalistic. What a man. Better than any of us. That's what's up. God fucking damn it, dude. All this mental illness and shit. I'm not a warfighter, but I feel that all this mental illness, warfighter type shit or not, it's caused by people being displaced from their natural rhythm. People are not living in God's image. You know, whether they believe it or not. People aren't getting married, they aren't having homes, they aren't having fulfilling careers, and then they go off and fight wars that it is, I hate to say it and sound like a commie, but it's all based on money. It's like, why would we ever pull out of an area until all evil is destroyed? If we're still standing, why the fuck would we pull out? Never pull out. That's real good life advice there. But it is crazy, you know? It's demoralizing. The human condition, I mean, shit, man. I hope aliens study that shit. Because it's wild. It's clearly just a test here on Earth.
Suddenly there's these shouts outside, really aggressive shouts. So these guys run in, and I know straight away they're not normal soldiers. There's a real swagger about these guys. Thank God I don't know what they're saying, which is, we're going to kill him, I'm going to cut out his liver and eat it.
There's another scene in the film where you're being shown some weapons that, like NATO weapons that were seized from Ukraine, like the shoulder-fired the anti-tank rockets, the AT-4s, I think they were, and those Russian Spetsnaz guys walk in and they're wearing the cry pants and their faces are blurred. Like, what was that interaction like? And
well, the faces weren't blurred
in the film, I mean.
Yeah. So I'm in a place called Svatova, up on the Eastern Front. Eastern Front, President Zelensky is referred to as hell on earth, and it's where the most intense fighting is. And I'm up there, and it was at that point, late 23, and there had been some lightning counter advances by the offensives by the Ukrainian forces, very close to where I was, and they'd been routing the Russians at that point. So the Russians at that point were at their lowest ebb and pulling back into this town where I was, Svetova. But I'm in a garage, like a house garage, controlled by the sort of unit I was with. And they were showing me off their NATO weapons, because there are NATO weapons littering that battlefield, but being used by both sides, and they've ended up in Russian hands. And they're showing me these NATO, Swedish, American weaponry, and they're just openly showing me in this garage. And then suddenly there's these shouts outside, really like aggressive shouts. I can translate now, because I had it translated. What the fuck is he doing? Why have you got a foreign in here? I didn't know that. All I'm hearing is shouting. And again, it's about, I mean, I used to suddenly meet terrorists or Taliban. I kind of go in shock. I just shut down and go calm. So these guys run in. Now we read about low morale amongst Russian soldiers, and well, these guys, their morale
Disconnected from Q. I mean, you can't make that shit up.
Soldiers, because they come in and they're clearly, you just can tell, special forces, and they walk in and they're like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And again, special forces, there's a real swagger about these guys, and they're playing with me, and they're really angry at the beginning, but they know I'm no risk, so they're like fully in control, and they're like threatening me. And I'm just filming. I just carry on filming, and I had it trying. It's sometimes good not to go back to my Mr. Magoo, not speaking the language, because thank God I don't know what they're saying, which is, we're going to kill him. I'm going to cut out his liver and eat it. But this is Russian humor, dark humor. So they're talking about frying my liver. That's a kind of dark humor I'm not, au fait with. But then my fixer was brilliantly thinking on his feet, well, can we do an interview? And they're like, well, all right, we won't kill him now, and let's do the interview. And so I interview, and it's Spetsnaz, Russian Special Forces. And yeah, I mean, it's like, all I'm thinking is, don't shoot me. I can't remember what I asked them. But they're quite clever, smart guys. That's the other thing. And they're well read. Like, American, British Special Forces, they know their stuff. And it was quite illuminating. I'll turn my camera off.
All right, let's hope this sticks. Don't fucking disconnect me, bro. Come on, dude. Dude. Oh. Yeah, so basically, I don't like it, technology. It's pretty much J. So fucking. Dude, fucking connect me, bitch.
Advance and secure. Push out and secure all objective areas.
What the fuck? You guys win that last one? What the fuck? You guys win that last one?
We did.
Nastiest server disconnect I ever. Or actually, my internet went out. fully.
Damn.
16
I
person
kept it
queue.
locked for the entire game.
Dude, 16 person queue. I get down to 2 out of 16. Server disconnect, but that was the win. It looked like an under 40-minute win for you guys. That's what's up. Probably not all 7 points though. But
It was a real good.
good shit. That's all I give a fuck about.
I was on the other team, and it felt really good.
Hell yeah. Let's do it again.
Now we have to win because I need to rub it in Simply Warfare's face that the CRF is not the worst faction in the game.
Oh, 100%. You could win with fucking flip-flops and bolt actions from the 1950s.